You're now listening to the Fullerton Unfiltered podcast. Straightforward, no nonsense business advice. Completely unfiltered. Grow your business. Grow your life. Now, here's your host, Brian Fullerton.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Fullerton Unfiltered podcast. It is your host, Brian Fullerton, here hanging with you guys, and good morning. Well, today's podcast episode, I wanted to share with you guys some relevant tips about tackling Expo 2024, which is just literally, a week away, 10 days away. It's going to be a really, really good time. It always is. And frankly, I love plugging into it myself and checking out the latest and greatest and getting to meet so many great folks, part of the greater lawn care community, but really even more so those of you guys that follow along with myself and a lot of the content that we put out and the platforms that we've provided, like Launchpreneur Academy, the Facebook group link that's growing like crazy, all that stuff. We got so many great announcements that we're going to be sharing and hanging out with you guys with at Expo. So here's what I wanted to do is maybe just give you guys a top 5 list. We're going to keep it a short and sweet episode today. Top 5 list of best ways to approach Expo so you guys can get the most out of it. Now, really quickly, at the time of this recording, I don't know, maybe I was down south for a second. At the time of this recording, the last chance to get your Expo ticket is Sunday. Let me pull up the exact date. It's going to be Sunday the 13th, okay? Monday, they turn the computer, they flip the switch, whatever they do, the code expires, and you can no longer get your Equip registration online. You can get it at the door. Now, let me explain 2 quick things for you guys, and then we'll kind of get into some of these tips. Right now, the ticket is $60. If you use promo code Brian, and everybody's got their code out there, so shout out to all of you guys that are supporting your merry man, your favorite guy, whoever's your guru. I don't care. Use our code. Thanks. Appreciate it. But whoever's code you use, just use that code or a code to register. You have to use a code to register. Well, I guess you don't, but I don't know. I guess why would you pay retail? But anyway, use that code to register because right now you'll still get 50% off and your Expo ticket is only $30. So listen, it's $60 retail, $30 with promo code Brian. And if you don't register and you try to go do a registration at the door, 2 things are going to happen. Number 1, you're going to be about 300 people deep, which it's insane to me that many people either A, maybe decide last minute to go, or B, just my reach has not got to them to let them know a promo code exists. I mean, I don't understand the logic. But 2 things are going to happen. Number 1, you're going to be 300 people deep, and it will burn up about an hour waiting in line. Or number 2, which is a fact, you're going to pay $120 retail at the door. So again, the last chance is October 13th to get your Expo registration for $30. Okay, so promo code Brian saves you a bunch of money. It helps support the show. We get a kickback from all the referrals. I have no idea what it is, but I'm sure it's great. And we just can't wait to see you guys at Expo. Okay, so we'll leave links in the description. Last chance to get you registered, get your team registered. Oh, one other quick housekeeping thing. The Expo registration system had a snafu. That's all I was told. I have no idea what or how or why. I don't think anything was compromised or anything malicious, nothing like that. I just believe that there was some software updates or changes that kind of threw a wrench into some different things. I think Expo is looking to bring that registration platform in-house. They do have a new registration website that you can register, and our code still works there. If you've already registered, you're fine. You'll print your badge at the show. Nothing is going to get mailed out to you anymore. Just like a LAL, nothing gets printed or mailed out to you. You print it and you get your registration at the table, at the doors. But if you are like, hey, I went to the CompuWare website. I don't know, CompuWare. I think that's an old software brand. But if you go to the CompuSystems old link from the other show notes, or maybe a link that's floating around, that link no longer works. You got to use a new equipexpo.com website, which has been there for a long time, and then use a new registration website, I should say, to get your registration. Okay, so a little bit of a snafu the last week and a half, just a little bit of housekeeping. Had a bunch of people text me, hey, what's your code? It's not working on the old link. No, they are changing the software behind the scenes, and so you have to register at the new website. So hopefully that helps you out. A little confusing, of course, when you're, seeing the finish line, running your 5K or 6.2 miles, or you're running your marathon to get to Expo, and then the last minute, they move the cheese on the registration. Can be a little frustrating. So if you have any problems with that or you struggle with that, shoot me a DM, shoot me an email. We'll get you the right link and you can register there. And again, I guess thank you for using our code. We really do appreciate that. All right, so let's do this really quick. 5 tips to navigate the show. We're going to try to navigate a little bit of like a who, what, when, where, why, how kind of a deal. I'm going to give you guys my schedule and calendar. Again, I'm going to try to keep this episode about 15, 20 minutes. This time of year, it's go mode. A lot of you guys can tell with the excitement in my voice and the frenzy in other guys' voice and podcasts. Like, dude, it's Q4. We're ready to rock and roll. Leaf cleanups are right around the corner. Snow is right around the corner after that. Equip Expo, LEL. Some of you guys are going to Elevate. The masterminds are coming. It's going to be the craziest Q4 ever, and I'm so looking forward to it. All right, let's do this really quick. Let's hear from today's show sponsored announcements, and then we're going to come right on back.
Attention snow removal pros. Want to take the guesswork out of bidding those plow accounts? Get access to the snowplow pricing calculator today. With exclusive lifetime access, you can download the calculator anytime, plus receive free updates for life as we improve it. Bidding has never been easier. Know your snow numbers and boost your business with confidence. Visit LawEntrepreneurAcademy.com or use the link in the description and get started today.
All right, guys, well, let's hop right back on into it here. Super appreciate you guys listening in. And again, if you guys are new here, just want to let you guys know how thankful and grateful I am that you guys have taken time out of your busy days, or even if you just want to numb out your brain for a little bit, maybe while you guys are mowing grass and doing the deal. I just want to say thank you guys so much for supporting the Fullerton Unfiltered podcast. Thank you so much for supporting LawEntrepreneurAcademy.com. Thank you guys so much for using the Brian's 10 code, the affiliate code that we have all over the place with so many great affiliate partners like Cujo, IsoTunes, Equipment Defender, Ballard, and so many more. We couldn't do it without the sponsors. We couldn't do it without you guys. And you guys are what funds the show to bring you guys 3 podcasts a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and 3 YouTube videos a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So check out the Brian's All Maintenance YouTube channel as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so let's do this really quick. One other piece of housekeeping. I was just going through my email and my notes, and I wanted to share with you guys. This just came online last week. Really excited about this, actually. Myself and my brother Adam with Branded Bull are going to be going on the circuit with Mark Bradley and the folks with LMN and Greenius. I'm super, super pumped about that. We're going to be talking about all things marketing, branding, social media, getting and acquiring new customers. It's going to be a phenomenal time. We are slated for about a 30 minute to a 1 hour sesh. Part of that, so if you guys are going to the 2 days, you'll likely see myself and Adam at all 4 of the masterminds, which I believe are Texas, Boston, what else? Chicago, and back here in Detroit, Michigan. All right, so super pumped up about that. If you guys have not been to the masterminds, I just want to let you guys know it is not an LMN pitch fest, okay? I've been talking about LMN for the last 8 or 9 months. Our onboarding is pretty much wrapped up. We've almost got, 8, 9 months under our belt. It's been a phenomenal learning experience and a phenomenal upgrade for our business, our software, our budgeting, our finances, our bidding, and our estimating. So many of you guys are adopting LMN this last couple of months, the next couple of months. So again, use promo code Brian. We'll leave a link in the description. You guys can check that out, register. If you ever have questions how the platform works, holler at your boy. I will help you out the best that I can. And we'll make sure you guys get linked up with all the best pricing and sales and onboarding. But I will just tell you guys straight up, the masterminds are all about growing a more successful company and really laying the framework and the foundation to help you guys both mentally and, of course, with X's and O's, the way Mark Bradley sees it about how to grow a successful landscaping company. I'm super pumped to have Mark Bradley coming into Launchpreneur Academy Live. But if you guys want an encore and a 2-day, what was the best way you could describe it? A deep dive into how Mark Bradley thinks, how he looks at revenue per hour, how he looks at bonus structures, how he looks at company overhead, and so much more about culture, mission statements, vision statements, and rewarding your employees and bonus incentive structures. Like, this is what the last one was all about. I can only imagine what the next one's going all about. I will tell you guys straight up, if my brother Adam and I weren't part of the circuit, I would 100% be going anyway. Of course, to the Detroit session, if not to maybe the Chicago one as well. I know a lot of great folks from Indiana and Ohio and Pennsylvania are flying or driving over to check out the Detroit one or the Boston one. If you guys are in Pennsylvania, make the leg to at least one of them. If you guys are in Indiana or maybe South Illinois or, of course, Minnesota, Milwaukee, I guess even going west like Iowa, find a way to get to Chicago or get to Texas, okay? It's going to be just a phenomenal, phenomenal time. Highly endorsed. You guys got to check it out. Well, we do have our promo code, Brian20, 25, which saves 25% on a ticket registration for that. I believe right now it's like something like $299. I think early bird's $199. Don't quote me if it stacks. I hope it does. Maybe you're just checking this out last minute, but use the promo code Brian, B-R-I-A-N, 25, and you'll save 25% off the Element Mastermind ticket. Okay, I just got that, came down the pike. Or you can use branded Bull 25, whichever code sticks in your brain for you to register and remember later. That's awesome. But folks, I'm telling you what, maybe you can't make it to Equip. Maybe you can't make it to LAL. And maybe you live in the greater Boston or Chicago or Detroit or Dallas-Fort Worth area. Go check out Mark Bradley's mastermind sessions. All of those website or all of those details are on the website at goelement.com, and you can get more information and see, where you want to plug into and the agenda at hand. It's going to be phenomenal. And literally, I cannot wait to just walk around shadowing Mark Bradley with a bottle of water and say, man, you need a water? You need a water? And me just hang out with the dude as much as possible. And all of you guys out there. There's so many guys that plug into these things that have $1 million, $2 million, $5, $10, $20 million businesses. The networking is thick, and I hope to have my brain just turn to liquid goo over the winter. Okay, is that fair to say? I just want to be better, and I want to be a better business owner. Your boy here wants to get to 5 million. Next year we want to get to 1 million. I got to get this thing dialed in. Amen. So I'm right there with all of you guys. Let's all win and learn and grow together. If you come out of the masterminds, the 2-day sessions, and you start drinking the Element Kool-Aid, I can't promise that you won't. That's what made the decision for me. It wasn't even so much the software. It was just Mark Bradley. I was like, this dude's awesome. I'm not going to apologize for it. I think it's a phenomenal upgrade, and I think you're going to be blessed because of it. So anyway, check out the Mastermind Summit. Promo code Brian25 or Branded Bull 25 will get you guys 25% off that registration. All right. A lot of words here. I'm just trying to give you guys, there's so much going on in the fall. Forgive me. I'm not trying to promote every single thing. I'm just trying to let you guys know try to plug into at least one thing, or if you can't make Equip, go to LAL. If you can't make LAL, go to Equip. If you can't make either, go to the masterminds. Maybe you're going on the whole circuit. You're like, you know what, dude? I budgeted and I allocated a couple grand for the fall. I want to get around peers. I want to go to Equip. I want to go to LAL. I want to go to at least one mastermind. Okay, that's a phenomenal approach. I don't know if that's available for everybody, but if you're growing a successful business and you're profitable, I would continue to get around the heat and pour gas in the fire. And if you want to go to all of them and that's your prerogative, personally, you got my blessing. I think that would be a great circuit to plug on into, okay? That's where I'm going to be. And a lot of folks wonder why I talk fast and why my business and my life is growing. Folks, I'm plugging into this kind of stuff. How can you not get charged up? Does that make sense? So goelement.com, check out the masterminds, do some research, grab a buddy, go there together. It's going to be a great time. And I can't wait to see you guys at all these events this fall. All right, so let's do this really quick. Let's go into some groundwork, some housekeeping, and help you guys understand a little bit more about what's going on with Equip Expo 2024. My top 5 or 6 tips, and we'll just go through them, and maybe I'll banter a little bit. Again, I promise you guys I'll keep the show at around 20 minutes, so let's see if I can break that promise. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going here. All right. Hope you guys are mowing grass. Hope you guys are getting some rain and some last cuts into October, right? Let's get 4 out of 4 in October. Amen. All right. So number 1, first tip for Equip Expo: come early, stay late. What does that mean? It means, guys, the show is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, but the reality is that folks are going to be coming there on Tuesday, if not Monday. Folks are going to be going through Friday and probably hanging around Friday evening, and some people are not even flying back or driving back until Saturday night. When you hear come early, stay late at any conference, that means, did you know that the speakers, the sponsors, and the ones that are killers, and maybe the other folks speaking at the events, or maybe the guest speaker, or the organizer, usually those folks are floating around a day or two before and a day or two after. Common sense stuff, right? But what maybe isn't so common sense is, when's the last time you've tried to get around those folks and said, hey, what are you doing on a Sunday night, Monday night, Tuesday night? What are you doing the day or two before? Do you have any obligations? Do you mind if I come to dinner with you? Can I take you out to dinner? You would be surprised at how many people would say yes. For real. Now, to be totally honest with you, please don't ask me on Friday night at LAL, because I'm going to be hosting and still putting together probably banners and last minute chairs and just like everything else on that Friday. But, Saturday night, I'm going out to dinner with a bunch of folks all the time. I'm going out. You guys are going out. Everybody's got their pod and their posse. Right. So Saturday night, I do hang out. Sunday night, after the event, I do hang out. Right. Not everybody has to fly back or go back or, rush back to a forest fire back at their house, right? Like a disaster. Some folks have a little bit of time, a little bit of money, a little bit of flexibility, and they can come in a day or two late and stay a 2 day late. To be honest with you, I didn't for a long time, but we budget that. We make it a point with my life and my business the last probably 4 or 5 years to make sure that we have margin on the way in and the way out. I used to come down to Equip Expo. We used to mow all of our Monday commercials on Sunday, all of our residential Tuesdays on Monday. I'd run into the car on Tuesday morning, zip on down, get there, 6 hours early or whatever I got to do. Or Wednesday, I leave at, 4 a.m. to get there by 9, 10, and 11 o'clock. I used to open it at noon. I burn it all, burn it up all Wednesday and Thursday. And then and Friday, I drive back home at, noon, 1, 2, get back at 7 to 9 p.m. or fly back. And then Saturday, we'd end up mowing all of our Thursday and Friday lawns, if not for Saturday and Sunday. It would just be this crazy marathon, right? Well, that's fine. But here's the deal. 2 things. 1, figure out some employees that can take care of that crap. It's mowing grass in October. All they got to do is mow and blow. There's not even any trimming to do. You don't even have the edge, okay? Find a buddy or 2 that can do it. Find a buddy or 2 that you could sub out for. Number 3, skip the week. Lose out $2 to $4 grand worth of revenue. Well, I can't afford that. You can't afford not to go to Equip or to LAL to get around people that are extremely successful, right? So budget for that. Maybe you can get your Monday, Tuesdays in because you're doing them on Sunday, Monday, right? But just tell your Wednesday and Thursday route, hey, it's a light week this week. We already noticed the grass isn't growing. Have a pre-typed up email newsletter to go out and just tell them, hey, the grass isn't growing. We're not going to be there. Or shut it down and tell them there's a company function and you're not going to be there on Wednesday and Thursday this week. The grass isn't growing that crazy in October anyway, and we'll see you the following week for the final cut. Okay, like just some simple, quick little tips and tricks. Hopefully that can help somebody out, but there's no excuse to not go. Number 2, pack comfortable clothes and shoes. I know you've heard this one before. I know it sounds kind of weird and kind of hokey, but I'm telling you, you never know what you're going to get the week of Equip. Pack running shoes, pack blue jeans, pack shorts, pack a windbreaker jacket, your Hallie Hansons or whatever you guys got going on. Pack your Carhartt jacket. Pack your Canadian Goose jacket if you have to, okay? Make sure that you have a little bit of clothing, some hoodies and some t-shirts and whatever you guys wear, but pack for every season, okay? Whether it's going to be 20 degrees, 40 degrees, or 70 degrees. I've been to Equip Expo for real where we've seen it all. In fact, the 5K that I ran, I think it was Wednesday morning or Thursday morning, whatever day that was, 2 years ago, the first one, not even kidding, real field temperatures at the beginning of the 5K were 19 degrees. I think the temperature was like 26, 27 degrees. But for real, it was so cold at Equip Expo that week. My wife and I brought the Canadian Goose jackets. We were wearing, or whatever we have. I don't even know. My wife bought my jacket. I have no idea what I have, to be honest with you. But whatever we were wearing out on Friday, because we go outside on Friday, I just remember them getting destroyed in dust because everything, is a disaster on Friday after the huge demo outside and everybody's tearing up all the ground in the machines, which is awesome. But it was so dusty and so cold that we were wearing jackets because even though the sun was out, real field temperatures were like 40, maybe 50 degrees. You know what I'm saying? And that's cold even if you're from the north, okay? So that being said, I've also been to Equip Expo where it's pouring rain, or at least one of the days is pouring rain. I remember Thursday, a couple years ago, it was absolutely a mud pit. All right. Some of you guys were at that event or that year. Dress for 50 degrees, 70 degrees, bring clothes for 20 degrees and 90 degrees. Okay. That's all I can say. Or at least double check the 10-day before you guys go on down. Comfortable shoes. I know you guys all wear your work boots during the week. Work boots, walking 5 to 10 miles, they are still going to give you blisters and they're still going to be uncomfortable, okay? Don't walk around with your Brunt work boots, your Cujo work boots. I'm sure I'm going to get an email. Oh, what did you say? Don't wear our stuff. No, it's not like that. Just telling you, wear your Adidas, wear your Nikes, wear your running shoes. That's what you're going to be wanting to wear. Don't be wearing highfalutin dress shoes that you got from Johnson & Murphy or Travis Matthew, okay? You can look GQ going out to dinners, bring a change of shoes, but for the actual show, I'm telling you straight up, just make sure you're wearing comfortable running shoes, okay? That's my suggestion. You guys do whatever you want. Maybe wear the original Cujo, shoe, the Cujo yard wears. That would be a good maybe halfway point for some of you diehard loyalists. I can't get caught dead not wearing something that's not lawn care related. All right, that's fine. For me personally, I'm going to be wearing a pair of Asics or Brooks, right? That's how I roll. Number 3, similar to clothes, bring a backpack with snacks. Okay, I don't know the backpack policy. Usually there's always something going on where somebody's got to check bags. I'm sure that's pretty much at this venue or any venue these days. But bring snacks. Bring healthy snacks, like granola bars, Kind bars, Nature Valley bars. Bring a bottle of water or two. Please don't just be loading up on popcorn, corn dogs, sugar and candy, and what's the stuff called? What's the stuff that dissolves? Oh my gosh. Cotton candy, right? Don't be just loading up on cotton candy and eating bar food, okay? Wednesday, you do that, you're like, not too bad. You start slowing down. Thursday morning, when you get 6 hours of sleep, you're really going to be slowing down. Thursday, about 2 p.m., you're going to be crashed. And that's why you got to get energized, right? Somebody out there in the truck said it. Forgive me. You may not delete this podcast off of your player. Okay, that was horrible. All right. Reminds me of the Keanu Reeves, when he was on Drew Barrymore show, I think. I don't even know what her show is called, but I saw a clip. It's like, I don't know if I'm a lover, not a fighter. And he's like, you got to be a fighter in some regard. And she's like, why? Because if you don't fight for what you love, what kind of love do you have? And then he walked off the stage. It was a great clip. Keanu is the most real human being on the planet. Just protect that man. All right. Anyway, that was about as cringe as what I had just said a second ago. So maybe worse. Maybe not as worse. Maybe mine was worse. All right. Bring snacks. Another one, quick tip. This is my top 5 list, and we're probably in the tip 6 or 7. That's how we do it. We're at 22 plus commercials on the show. Probably get you at a good 45 minutes. Lock this thing down early. That's how we do it here, folks. Professional podcasting. Next tip, network with business cards. Make sure you guys have business cards. Whether you have the digital bump, kind of deal. I don't even know what that stuff is called or how that works, on your iPhone. But have your business card, whether you use some digital thing or actually a old school paper business card. Bring those to the show. Network with other business owners. Make friends. Find peers. Network with folks from the brands. If you're a diehard Bobcat mower user, you should not leave the Bobcat booth without them knowing that you've bought 12 Bobcat mowers over the last 7 years, right? Like, get in with them. Network with them. I can't promise they're going to give you $1 million and 5 free mowers. I'm not saying that at all. That's not usually anyway how it works, just so we're clear. But you should make friends with them. You should find the marketing team, the PR team. You should find whoever's in charge of national sales or their distributors or who's their media team and say, come on, do a featurette on our business. Come up to, Nebraska and come shoot a video on us. Like, that's the stuff they're always looking for. I just had something like that a couple weeks ago with Stable. The super cool. Literally, I didn't get paid for it. Nothing like that. I wasn't trying to get paid for it. They're like, can we shoot some clips on your stuff for a commercial we're doing? I said, yeah, sure. Anything I can do to take that, show it to our customers, show it to my employees, show it to my future employees. Like, dude, this is the stuff. Like, we're getting featured in cool things because we do great things, right? Like, you can use that. You can have mileage on that if you know what you're doing. So network. All right. 2 last tips I'm going to share, and then we're going to land the plane. And then I'm going to give you my quick schedule. So we'll land this thing in 5 more minutes. Number 1, make a list of the things that you want to see. I know it kind of sounds no-brainer. Here's the deal. You're so hyped up to go to the show, especially if you're new, that when you're at these green, the glass entrance, right, on the southeast wing or the central north wing, and you're ready because there's dude, for real, it's 1,500 people about to mosh into this thing. If you know, you know. Okay, they cut the tape and everybody rushes on in there, okay? If you are just a groupie, if you're just a fanboy and you're just ready to jump into this thing, and then you get inside and then you go, man, I'm finally here. And then you go, wait, what am I doing here? What am I here for? Why am I here? Dude, you're wasting precious minutes at the show. Think about it. You get maybe 4 or 5 hours, I think, on Wednesday, noon to 5. You get, 9 to 5, I think, or 9 to 4 on Thursday, and then 9 to noon on Friday. I'm not a mathematician, but that's 5, 4, and 8. And that's really bad because I have no idea what those numbers mean. But 5, 4 is 9 plus 8. You got 17 hours. And if you're sitting around for 30, 45 minutes trying to decide where you want to go or what you want to see first, bro, you're burning daylight. You're burning time. We're all about route density. We're all about efficiency with our lawn care business. But then you go to the trade show and you walk around like a chicken with its head cut off. Okay, that don't pay no dividends for anybody. Okay? Have a plan about who and what and where you want to see. Where's your favorite YouTuber going to be doing a booth takeover? Where's your favorite speaker going to be doing a keynote at the training sessions? Where's your favorite outdoor piece of equipment that you're shopping for next spring that you're 99% sure that's it, but you want to go ride it or drive it one more time? Where's that booth outdoors? Okay, when am I going to go see that booth outdoors? Right? That's what you want to do. You want to get a schedule. Me personally, I kind of like the centipede up and down all the rows, but I do that after I get the 4, 5, 6 booths in that I want to see. I want to see the new Bobcat tractor. I want to see the new Case 321 loaders. I want to go see the outdoor demo of the Earth and Turf, top dresser. I want to go see the new Snow Power, F14 and the articulating 10, 12 foot V plow. Right, like these are the things. I want to go see the new Boss VBX Plus spreaders. Like you guys can tell, these are actually my items I want to go see. After that, then go centipede up and down the rows. Okay, but if you make it all the way to Friday at noon and you haven't made it to the Xmark booth and you're an Xmark user, like, bro, what are you doing? Right, like have a strategic plan. Okay, what do you want to see? Last but not least, and I already mentioned it once already, but who do you want to see? I'll tell you guys what, there's so many of the first Equip Expos that I went to where I went around looking to meet folks like that, where I wanted to shake their hand and just tell them a quick thank you. Thank you for your videos. Thank you for your courses. Thank you for your contracts. Thank you for your group. For real, there's a lot of that stuff way before your boy was here trying to capitalize or monetize on anything like that. Give me a break. Like what we're doing is anything new that hasn't been done for dozens of years in the industry as well with Link or our contracts or our resources. This is just like the latest and greatest that's working for us that is probably relatable to where a lot of you guys are at. But there's so many folks that I went personally the first couple of years that I was looking forward to meeting these folks. And I didn't care if somebody called him an influencer. I didn't care if somebody said like, oh, that guy's a sellout. I'm like, I don't care. That dude's helped me make tens of thousands of dollars, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars. Okay, so one thing I'll just say is show those people some love. Show those people that you care about them. Like take 5 seconds and say, thank you for crying out loud. I'm not asking it for me. I promise you that. I couldn't care less. I didn't get started to do any of this, right? If you'd come up to me and say, hey, thanks, Brian, appreciate you, love you. Like, dude, awesome, dap, thanks, handshake, give you a hug, whatever, awesome. Like, I appreciate that. But like, folks, I didn't get started for any of that. So it's not going to like make me keep going or not keep going. Now it does feel really good and I'm really, really grateful and thankful for that. So don't get it misconstrued. If you want to come up, say, hey, like, dude, love to meet you too. But like, I'm saying, if you guys go out there and you see some of these other folks that you see on social media, go up there, dude, pump them up, say, thank you. Like, great job. Love your stuff. Keep doing what you're doing. You know why? Because there's so many folks constantly tearing everybody down, including them, hate them or love them, but usually they're quote unquote out front. So they're the ones that get the brunt of the trolling, the brunt of the hate. So go up there and just say, hey man, like, don't worry about what other people say. Keep doing what you're doing. Like to somebody who says that to me, I'll just tell you guys straight up, that makes me feel really, really good. And you know what? Coming in this time of year, as excited and fired up as we all are, we're also a little bit coming in on fumes, aren't we? We're all a little bit stressed out. We're all a little bit tired. We're all a little bit done with the season. Amen. So be encouraging as you guys go out and about in the marketplace, okay? And just tell them, hey, love you, man. Appreciate your content. Keep going. High five. Doesn't have to be tell them your whole life story. You know what I mean? But just, if you see any of those folks out there, make an effort. They're putting themselves out there, and I'm sure they just want to shake your hand as well, okay? At least most of them, all right? Let's do this really quick. I think that's pretty much where I'm going to leave it for tips. Let me just give you guys a couple really quick ones where I'm going to be, and then I'm buttoning it up, folks. We're going to get back on the road here, okay? Number one, Xmark. I'll be there at Wednesday, 1 p.m. Xmark, 1 p.m. Can't wait to see you guys there. Please come hang out. Please come get in line. I know it's going to take 20, 30 minutes for that line to move. I shake hands, kiss babies. I'm just kidding. But like, seriously, there's a lot of folks that I want to meet. I think I'm tagged up with Keith Kalfas, which is super, super cool. Can't wait to have Keith, next to me or me next to Keith, to be honest with you. Can't wait to go hang out with Keith for an hour and just do a little meet and greet. Nobody there is a big deal. Nobody thinks they're better than they are. We use some Xmark product. Xmark likes us. We're coming in there to just hang out with you guys, okay? That's all it is. Nobody's like anointing or knighting anybody in this line, okay? Let's keep egos in check. But like, oh, he's doing a booth takeover. What the hell is that? He's a sellout or big time. Yeah, dude, we're all hanging out, okay? And if you didn't have such a piss poor attitude, you'd probably have a booth takeover of your own. But your attitude's so negative and stinks. Anyway, let's keep going. All right, number 2. You guys like that? Number 2, Billy Goat, right after Xmark, 2 p.m. on Wednesday. I'll be hanging out at the Briggs & Stratton booth with Billy Goat folks. Love them. Always just a really, really good crowd there. That was a new one last year. To be honest with you, I didn't expect really anything. I did a little Facebook Live thing with them, and that was about 10, 15 minutes. I was only slated to hang out with the Billy Goat team for like a half hour. I didn't know if anybody would show up. I promoted it, but it wasn't like an official thing. But I'll tell you what, there's about a 40-foot deep line for the next 45 minutes. I ended up being at that booth for like an hour, just getting to meet so many great folks for a different crowd, right? That maybe doesn't follow Xmark or couldn't care less or saw the lines and they just said, screw that. And you go to a Billy Goat line that's, a fifth the size, and you're like, oh, hey, 5 people deep, get to go meet Brian. That's cool. Hey, bro, that's awesome. Come meet me at the Billy Goat booth instead if you can't make the Xmark booth, okay? And by the way, thank you guys so much for like high-fiving the Xmark team or the Billy Goat team and saying Brian's awesome, like that kind of stuff. I'm not too proud to ask if you guys can say, hey, appreciate you partnering with Brian. He's the best. He's bringing us the great content on YouTube. I'd love to keep these partnerships going too, okay? It means a lot, and I really love and appreciate the Xmark team, and of course, the Briggs and Stratton, the Billy Goat team, okay? Xmark 1 p.m., Billy Goat 2 p.m. Let's fast forward to Thursday. I'm going to be on a panel with Steel, with Marty Grunder, and a bunch of other great folks that use Steel products. I have no idea who I'm on the panel with, to be honest with you, but we're going to be talking about all things latest and greatest of battery, technology, improvements in equipment and efficiencies. And then it's going to be a lot of sales and marketing, building the business, route density, all these kind of topics. We did a little little trial run just the other day, and it's going to be really, really good. And Marty Grunder with the Grow Group, he's like an OG, right? So it's going to be fun just to get the network with Marty and hang out with like the who's who. I have no idea how I qualified to be on that panel, but I'm blessed and thankful to be on it, as you guys can imagine. So maybe come check out the Steel booth that morning if you guys want to say hey, before or after or during. Super appreciate that. All right, fast forward to Energize. Energize is going to be at 2 p.m. in the main ballroom. I forget the room, but it's like 103. It's like right off the beaten path. It's the big ballroom. You can't miss it. It's got a grand stage, big banners. It's set up for like 300 to 400 people. Always pulls a great crowd. Always a great time. It's all things sales and marketing. And the panel that I'm hosting is with Sam Gemble, Alice Outdoor, Corey Lanphier, Lanphier Lawn Care, and Sam Rankin with Etch Outdoor. These guys are awesome. I'm telling you, they're studs. And I cannot wait to have guys that have a $6 million, $7 million, $10 million business talk to you guys about how they're growing their sales and marketing, how they're getting new customers, including, and here's the big caveat, including in this economy. What are they doing now to pivot and to position themselves to win big in the current and future economy? Sam Rankin has grown his business about $1 million a year the last 5 years. Sam Gemble grew his business about $1 million a year for about 7 years in a row. Corey Lanphier has been doing this for about 15 to 20 years. Same thing. Grown about $250,000, $500,000 to $1 million a year for quite a few years. Solid companies. Okay, those are the folks you want to pick the brains of, okay? So that's going to be Energized 2 p.m. Come on out, pack it out. Standing room only usually. There's going to be a couple hundred seats, but those fill up quick, so make sure you guys are there about 1:45, 1:50, and then we're going to kick that thing off promptly at 2. Always a good time. All right, well, that's when I'm going to leave it. Throw my phone down. I'm done. My voice is spent. I'm exhausted. This is me just pouring it out to you guys. I cannot wait to see you at Equip Expo. It's going to be fun, man. Come early, stay late. Get your dinner reservations. Get your hotel reservations. Network with friends. Go out to dinners and after parties. Please do not stay up till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning and get trashed, okay? Go to bed by 10 p.m., okay? Be responsible. Stay fresh for the show. Have a plan of what you want to see. And of course, as always, bring a positive attitude and have fun. Okay, it's going to be a really, really good time. And the more that you pour into it, the more you're going to get out of it. Okay. All right. That's where I'm going to leave you guys today on today's podcast episode. Promo code Brian saves you guys 50%. It will work on the new registration website. We'll have new links in the description. You can check it all out. Thank you guys so much for the support. I can't wait to see you guys all there in a week and a half. Drive safe, fly safe, be safe, and we look forward to catching up with all of you guys here on the next one.
Ready, go! Get ready for the event of the year. L'Entrepreneur Academy Live 2024 is coming to Novi, Michigan, the weekend of November 2nd. Prepare for a high-energy day packed with expert sessions on cash flow management, business automation, client retention, marketing strategies, and so much more. Our powerhouse lineup of speakers includes Sam Rankin, Pat Murray, Ken Deemer, Brian Fullerton, Sam Gimbel, Mark Bradley, and Jeff Joyner. You'll connect with industry leaders, snag incredible giveaways, and skyrocket your business. Plus, don't miss our epic Friday night mixer for top-tier networking and fun. For those who want to enhance their experience, register for our exclusive Sunday Masterclass sessions on November 3rd featuring Jeff Joyner, Mark Bradley, and Sam Gimbel. These intensive 3-hour classes are limited to just 20 seats each, giving you personalized expert advice from the best in the business. Visit LawEntrepreneurAcademy.com to register and reserve your Masterclass spot for an additional fee. Isn't it time you grew your business? Don't miss Law Entrepreneur Academy Live. There's a link in the show description.
Thanks for taking the time to listen to the Fullerton Unfiltered podcast with Brian Fullerton. We hope you enjoyed this production. If so, please consider leaving us a 5-star review for the show. While the techniques and ideas presented here are designed to help you grow a more successful and profitable business, no one can guarantee these results for you. We want to emphasize that entrepreneurship is not easy, and the ideas presented here are just the opinions of Brian Fullerton and his respective guests. No one can guarantee success for you. That being said, we hope the ideas presented here help you and motivate you to go on out there and crush it with your own business.
Fullerton Unfiltered Podcast.
Thanks for listening, and we hope to see you on the next episode.
This has been a Brian Fullerton and Mr. Producer production.